Hello, my brothers and my sisters out there, especially my fellow Nigerians. I greet you all in the name of God Almighty and in the name of the ancestors of Nigeria, the ancestors of Africa who are all crying from the realm of the spirits, asking us, why? The why they're asking is that after nearly 55 years of independence from the colonial masters, Nigeria still wallow in a pitiful state, in perpetual poverty, in darkness. Those people that call themselves our political leaders, who have been in the political arena for decades, they are our greatest enemies. They are the reason why millions of us have left that country into voluntary exile or voluntary slavery. We all come and we suffer, we even die in Europe, in America, in all parts of the world. The frustration that these leaders have put upon the average Nigerian, the dreams that have been shattered, that has led to these Nigerians leaving home for foreign countries, and getting to those countries, they find themselves in different kind of tough and dangerous situations. Some go into drug peddling, some go into prostitution, and into different kind of dirty businesses to be able to survive. You see, as a Nigerian, there shouldn't have been any difference between a country like Nigeria and a country like Saudi Arabia, like Kuwait, like Dubai, United Arab Emirates, like Brunei, like Bahrain, like all those Middle Eastern countries, all those Arab countries that have just one source of income, just one source of revenue, which is the oil. But Nigeria as a country, one of the most blessed countries in the world, we have not only petroleum, we have many other natural resources, as well as vast arable lands that can be put into farming. But this bunch of criminals that have been in the political arena of Nigeria since independence, after the time of Tafawa Balewa, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Obafemi Awolowo, every other people that have been at the helm of authority of power in Nigeria, they have always been there to siphon our money, to plunder the Nigerian treasury, and to put Nigeria back into perpetual poverty. How do you justify a country that is 50-something years old, still without electricity, still without pipe-borne running water, still without roads, still without security? And even our army cannot even fight insurgency as Boko Haram. How come that Boko Haram is more equipped with sophisticated weapons than the Nigerian army, the most populous black nation in the world? I'm making this video because the election is around the corner, and I see many people supporting PDP, APC, playing down Buhari, the other ones playing down Jonathan. The truth of the matter is that I don't see any of these two parties that have the interest of Nigeria at hand. Democracy is supposed to be the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But the democracy in Nigeria is what? There's no democracy in Nigeria. What we have in Nigeria is what is called kleptocracy. It's a Greek word. Kleptocracy, kleptokratia, which is government of the thieves, by the thieves, for the thieves. Government of criminals, by the criminals, for the criminals. A country whereby both our political leaders and our supposed spiritual leaders are all criminals, and they are all paddy doing things together. There won't be hope for that country. Just like the son of Bob Marley said, there will never be hope for you. As long as Nigerians, both the educated and the uneducated, they are ready to sell their vote for a pinch of salt, for a bag of rice, for a bag of onions, there will never ever be hope for that country. In the first place, those two people campaigning are not qualified. They don't have the credential to present themselves as candidates for the position of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. There is nothing in their CV. I'm not here to talk down Jonathan or to talk down Buhari. You people should decide for yourselves. I'm making this video so that you people that are going to vote on that day, you have to know. If you have been to Europe, you have to know that Nigeria is supposed to be on par with European countries, on par with Saudi Arabia, with United Arab Emirates, with Bahrain, with Brunei, with Kuwait, with America, with most European countries, even better than most European countries, because what we have in Nigeria is not found anywhere in any European country. Still, you see the poverty in Nigeria. The average Nigerian is not surviving on up to $2, €2 a day. And these guys will come into power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, plunder the treasury, and go back because they are all criminals. They hand over power to the other criminal coming in, and the former criminal will not be prosecuted because that's the modus operandi. You go steal your own and leave, and I go and steal my own, and it goes like that. Nothing happens. Nothing go do us. So I'm making this video for you to tell your grandmother back home, your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, your husband and your wives back home, your relatives back home, that they should vote for those people who will be capable of moving Nigeria forward. Those people who will be capable of giving them electricity, the basic amenities of life, electricity, running pipe-borne water, good roads, and security. If there's security in Nigeria, many of us, most of us in Western countries will come back home because there's no place like home. We're in winter period now. We are experiencing winter. Everybody's, dressing up, wearing jackets. Even I'm inside the house now. If I tell you what I'm wearing to stay away from the cold, but God has blessed us in Africa, in Nigeria, where you have sunshine 24/7. So the only people who's going to move their nation forward are people who have Nigeria at interest. In other countries, if somebody wants to come back into office, it depends on his credentials from his past years, what he did. So if you're a supporter of Jonathan, then it means you are very happy for what he did 4 years or 5 years of his tenure in office. And if you are voting for Buhari, then you are very happy for what he said he's going to do for the country, or what he did in the past when he came. Okay, the truth of the matter is that I see these two political parties, they are both criminals. They don't have the interest of Nigeria at heart. The greatest problem in Nigeria is corruption. Just like Lumumba said, people all over the world, they are laughing, they are mocking, they are laughing at Nigerians. How come you people are so complacent? How come you people endure this level of corruption by your leaders? No revolt, no rioting, no protesting, nothing. Salaries are not being paid. You want a good road in Nigeria, you have to construct one for yourself. A federal country, a republic. You want security, you have to buy your own guns and pump action. You want running water, you have to sink your own borehole. What is happening? I think of Nigeria and what is happening in Nigeria, and it makes me feel very, very bad. The average black man in the face of the earth, they are looking up to Nigeria, the most populous black nation in Nigeria. So if there's no hope for Nigeria, then there will not be hope for any black man on the face of the earth. There will not be hope for Africa. So this election is here around the corner. People, use your vote wisely. Use your vote wisely. You don't have to vote for PDP or APC. You can vote for those smaller parties, because the matter is that the political party that is going to move Nigeria forward are those political parties that are small, that are voiceless. The saddest thing is that I see many of our friends, our brothers and sisters that have come and spent donkey years in Europe, going back to Nigeria to join the criminals. And when they are voted into power as well, the same thing, the same story goes. to empty the bursary of Nigeria, to empty the treasury of Nigeria. Why is it that there's no more nationalists in Nigeria? No more nationalists like Kwame Nkrumah. No more nationalists like Jomo Kenyatta. No more nationalists like Mandela before he went to jail. Nobody is ready to die for the cause of that country. Everybody just want to go there and take their bite of the national cake. This is very, 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 very sad. Very, very sad. Listen, if you people go there and you don't vote rightly and you don't use your vote to vote rightly, believe me, in 5 years time from now, I'll still be making another video like this and you people will remain where you are. Insecurity. Do you know how many thousands of Nigerians are dying daily? Those people in the north, they are Nigerians like you and me. But it is the failure of our political leaders that led to their untimely death, that led to their violent death. Because these leaders that call themselves leaders, they are misleaders. They are not leaders at all. I'm not in romance with any of the political parties in Nigeria because they are all criminals. So you use your vote rightly. Vote for those people you feel can move Nigeria forward. You can decide not to vote in the first place, because if none of the two major political parties are able to get the majority needed to form a government, then they will have to form a unity government with lesser and smaller parties. Okay, they will have to form with lesser and smaller parties. So use your vote wisely. They have to form a coalition government with just little parties that have good intentions for Nigeria. Look at our army. They have to pay for their own uniform. Look for the police. They have to pay for their own uniform. They have to even go and sew their own uniform. Look at the shoes in the legs of our police officers in Nigeria. I was speaking with a police officer when I went to Nigeria sometime last year, and he told me we work from Monday to Sunday, not resting, 12-hour shift. I said, what do you mean by you work 12-hour shift, Monday to Sunday? He said, yeah, that is what happens, brother. And I went to one of the police stations, the barracks. My brother was like, does human beings still live there, or are they going to break down those complexes? Before I finished talking, I saw a policeman came out from the balcony and was shaving, and they were laughing at me. I said, bros, no, that is how we do it here. Sad, so sad. These people that call themselves political leaders in Nigeria, they are all criminals. They don't have our interest at heart. They don't have the interest of Nigeria at heart. They are just there to go and steal money. They don't care about nobody. Pensioners are not being paid their pensions. Workers are not being paid their wages. And you see Nigerians dying for lack of proper medication, for lack of proper health care. There's no justice in Nigeria. My people, Jomo Kenyatta said, the tree of freedom is not watered by water, but is watered by blood. Without a revolution in Nigeria, there's no hope for that country. I don't see hope for that country. We are deceiving ourselves, saying we have democracy. We have no democracy. We have kleptocracy. Kleptocratia is what we have in Nigeria. So people, wise up. People, rise up. Stop looking up to the sky for your salvation, for your deliverance. The people who are responsible for your predicament are those people that call themselves politicians. And the only weapon you have is your is your voting card. Okay? To move them from office. It's time to claim what rightfully belongs to you as a Nigerian, as a citizen of the most blessed country on the face of the earth. Stop accepting the status quo. No, this is not supposed to be our situation. This is supposed to be our level, our standard of living today. So when those politicians come around to your villages with bag of rice, with broom and rake and whatever, you have to start holding them accountable. Start holding them accountable for what they are doing to you. They are the one that put you in this predicament. They are killing our people in the north is because of the failure of this government. Nigeria